1 UAE dirham is equivalent to 24 Kyrgyz som. 1 USD is equivalent to about 90 Kyrgyz som, and 1 INR is equivalent to 1 Kyrgyz som. So, you know what this vlog is about? Yes, we are talking about money, and you're going to decide whether or not Kyrgyzstan is expensive or affordable. Let's go. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Just Go with Amreen. Today we are walking you through money. Yes, how much I'm spending in 24 hours, meals, accommodations, petrol, fuel, car rental, how much a tour costs, how much hiring a driver come guide might cost, all of that kind of fun stuff. I will showcase the bills with you wherever I can, and so you have a complete breakdown of what to expect in terms of money and decide whether or not Kyrgyzstan is expensive for you. We're also headed from a place from Bukunbayevo to Supara Chunkurchak, which is a 5-hour long drive. So road tripping today with an eagle show on the way and glamping tonight. So stay tuned for all that fun stuff along with money. So we woke up in the Emily guest house where we also had breakfast, and the stay over there costed us just about $45 for a night. We stayed in something called a cottage. They also have yurts, but they don't have attached baths, which is very important to me. So we stayed in a small cottage. It was very, very spacious and very comfortable and clean, most importantly. I always try to experience a guest house in one of these stans because the hospitality of the owners is so nice, because the owners don't just own it, but they also live there. Their family lives there. It's a very nice local experience, and they give you home cooked meals for breakfast. If you're staying there the night, then obviously also dinner. So it's a really nice experience. I always try to incorporate one guest house when I am traveling. We are headed to the eagle hunting show. The eagle hunting tradition is centuries old in Kyrgyzstan. So the eagle hunting show is taking place in Bukunbayevo, or close to Bukunbayevo, right behind the Shaska Canyon. So we finished the Shaska Canyon hike and here we are. Our eagle hunter's name was Nur Sultan, and he is the 3rd generation. So this has been passed on from generation to generation, the whole eagle hunting occupational profession, and they actually capture the eagles at a very young age and care for them, cater to them, take care of them, feed them really well, but just enough so that they are hungry enough to go out there and hunt. So the first time he did the eagle hunting demonstration, that was with like a dead rabbit or something, and now he did another demonstration with like meat. The eagle is about 6 kgs heavy, and when it opens its wings like that, it's like 2 meters wide. This boy is about 12 years old and he's training to be the next eagle hunter. Next on the agenda is archery. Who wants to try their hand at this? It is way more difficult than it looks, by the way. So feel free to try your hand at archery. I did not do a good job. By the way, as far as costs are concerned, if you are planning to do the Shaska Canyon plus this eagle hunting show as a private guided tour from Bishkek as a day trip, it's going to cost you about $180 to $200 per person. Please keep in mind, if you do plan to do the Shaska Canyon day trip from Bishkek, it is a 5-hour drive one way. So your entire day tour from Bishkek could account to 11 to 12-hour day. So we are on our way to Bishkek. We are going to make a stop, but before that we are planning to have lunch in the city of Bishkek, and I always get hungry for veg food or just Indian food when I come to the Central Asian countries. So here we are at an Indian restaurant. So we three, me, my husband and the guide, we all had this food. There was butter chicken, there was dal, there was jeera rice, etc. And it came to 2100 Kyrgyz som, which is approximately $7 per person. Let me give you a quick idea of how much it could cost to rent a car, an automatic car, an SUV, and it's very important that you rent an SUV and not a sedan. Whether or not you're coming in snow season, the roads, the outskirts, they're not great. They're not like flat. There's a lot of gravel, rocky road, off-road, stuff like that. That could cost you about $50 to $60 per day. And the fuel, by the way, costs a lot. The fuel costs twice of what it costs in Kazakhstan. So basically, if you're filling a full tank of an SUV, consider 3,500 som. Mind you, each of these places are extremely far from one another. Consider you have to probably fill your tank every day or every alternate day. So factor that in your finances. Now, having said both these things, I will highly recommend against self-driving. There is no network in the outskirts. Even the local SIM card does not work in the outskirts, in the mountains. Your network is gone. Google Maps will not work. Outside Bishkek, nobody speaks a word of English. You get lost, you're stuck. There's absolutely nobody around to help you get out of that situation. You don't want that on your holiday. So I recommend against it. The difference that you will pay for renting car, the fuel, you might as well just pay a few more $100, like $300, $400 extra to get that English-speaking driver who is experienced in driving around in the valleys and mountains of Kyrgyzstan. So after driving for almost 3 hours, we have arrived to this monument which is called Burana Tower. It is about 25 meters high and you can climb these stairs and go all the way to the top. However, I must warn you, if you feel claustrophobic in tight spaces, then this is one of those places. Very tight and very dark. I've put on the flash and hence you see all this light, but actually it's pitch dark. Burana Tower is located about 80 kilometers or an hour and a half away from the Bishkek city center. This is the view from the top. This is the only piece of history, by the way. In everything that I've seen in the past 1 week around Istiklal region and stuff, this is the only piece of history. So I thought, okay, let's go to it, let's see it. But I have to say, like right from coming to it, like parking in front of it, I was like, really? So think about it. I mean, you don't have to come to Burana Tower just because it's like this symbol or something of Bishkek or Kyrgyzstan or something. Like it's a little piece of history. You don't have to come here. I mean, you're not missing anything if you skip it. Now we are actually headed to my last glamping spot for this trip. It's just an hour away from Bishkek and it's called Supara Chunkurchak. Welcome to Supara Chunkurchak. This place is located 2,500 meters above sea level and it's about an hour drive away from the Bishkek city center. We're staying in one of these yurts located on the hill and let's start with a room tour, shall we? So obviously the resort is located in the outskirts of the city, so there is nowhere else to go dine except the restaurant at the resort. So the food is costlier than what you would find in the city. So our meal costed us 2,000 Kyrgyz som for 2 people. If you want to stay in one of these places, and this is like a glamping, glamorous sort of a yurt which has attached bathrooms, beautiful property, it's a mountain resort, ski resort. Right now it's a ski resort. So if you want to stay in one of these accommodations, it costs $150 per night, including breakfast. If you want to stay in the accommodations in Bishkek city center, they start from $100 on an average per night, including breakfast. Now, the verdict. In my opinion, is Kyrgyzstan expensive or not? In my opinion, Kyrgyzstan is expensive. Now, wait, before you come howling at me, let me just tell you, when I'm comparing Kyrgyzstan, when I'm saying Kyrgyzstan is expensive, I'm comparing it to the neighbors. Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, even go further to Georgia, Armenia, Azerbaijan and all those places, Kyrgyzstan is pricey for 2 very important reasons. One, the fuel itself costs a lot. Since every single thing is so far apart from one another, you're going to be spending a lot of money on fuel. And also, renting a car is not cheap here either. And number 2, very important reason is that Kyrgyzstan is still non-commercialized, non-touristy, very raw country. There is shortage of decent, good accommodations, clean accommodations. There is not a variety of them, so it's hard to find good ones. And when the supply is less and the demand is more, then obviously the price is higher. So these are the reasons I feel that in comparison to these neighbors, Kyrgyzstan is definitely pricier. So that's all from me from this vlog. If you like this vlog, you know what to do. Give me a big fat thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell icon so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. I'll see you guys next week. Until then, take care guys. Bye. Cheers. Yeah, it's heavy.
Shake once more. Come on. Give it a last try, yes. Yeah.
That was a bit of Burana Tower. Bit of Burana Tower. Now, where are we going? It's not that cold though, but it's better to be safe.